I'm so glad y'all are here to talk about the most important issue of the day. Falcons are 6-3, baby.
We're 6-3, baby. Let's go.
And what's going on, folks? It is episode 196 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons Fancast. My name is John, your host, joined on a Tuesday night by my co-host, Mr. Mike Cottrell. Buddy, what's going on, man?
6-3, man. I'm riding on that cloud, but I'm on that magic carpet like Aladdin, buddy. Feeling great.
Absolutely, man. Well, we appreciate y'all.
I just had an almond joy, and I'm not supposed to eat chocolate, so I might shit my pants mid-show. But man, it tasted amazing. I can't eat chocolate, but man, that is a good candy.
We still got Halloween candy left over from Liam's. He separated it into, like, he has like his Snickers, his Reese's, his Hershey's, like, you know, and it's like literally, sort of God, the one time a year, like, I'll eat some of these bars is like right after Halloween, because I can't let him eat the whole damn thing, like, because he will, you know what I mean? Like, he'll go into a diabetic coma, it'll be just something else. So I've got to help him out, but no, man. Yeah, we appreciate y'all joining us on Tuesday night. We know we had to. Both of us were just. Oh, Mike was done yesterday. I got like 3 words on the show sheet done, and work was nuts. So we just had to move it to today. And then we'll probably do Thursday night this week for previewing the Saints game coming up. We will have Joe Patrick on with us on Thursday night, which will be awesome because Joe will be just coming off the practice field that day. I'm going to give us some insight of what's going on there, what he's seeing, which is it's always fun having Joe on. So can't wait for that. If you guys are new, man, welcome in. Mike and I have been doing this for a few years. Good best friends, brothers, whatever you want to call it, man. We've been Falcons fans since the early 90s, 91-ish. We decided to start a podcast when we started talking to Falcons. Like I said, started on Zoom. Now we're on StreamYard, and we're a lot more production value than it used to be. But we appreciate y'all nonetheless. If you're here, man, hit the like and subscribe button. We appreciate it. If you're listening to this back on any of the podcast platforms, just drop us a 5-star review to help us keep growing on those platforms and getting out to more Falcons fans. And we appreciate it. We do have merch, which I will get scrolling on the screen in a little bit. It's like the tie-dye Out of Your Falcon Mind shirt I'm wearing now. We got just regular t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, you name it. It's on there. You can check that stuff out, man. Yeah, that's it. All right. Oh, yeah, you can follow us Out of Your Effing Mind on Twitter, Out of Your Falcon Mind, Instagram, and TikTok. And you make sure y'all there. Mike posts Biscuits Pick on YouTube as well, but TikTok always gets it first. Yeah. So if you're on TikTok, just go follow Out of Your Falcon Mind on TikTok, and we'll be there. So, Jeremy, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Jeremy, what up? Say what's up, Falcons fan.
Yeah, I don't know how many folks we're going to have in here tonight, man, because it is election night. So, there'll be folks their eyes will be tuned on the TV, which is but hey, if you're not, you don't want to, and you're tired of it like we are, you know what I mean? Like, welcome.
Come on, that up. It's the dynamic duo. And I will say this, just vote peacefully. Just, if you come to your conclusion, or you mulled it over, you thought it over, you compared the candidates, right? You made your pick, okay? That's who you going with. Don't share that with nobody. No, you don't have to convince one other person. It's the beauty of election. You don't need to go and convince one other person. It's what all the things is for. That's what all the other things are there for. You don't need to do it, okay? Just keep it to yourself. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna cast my ballot, and then I'm going off. I don't have to tell nobody who I voted for. I don't have to insult anybody. We don't gotta argue about it. It's no need for drama, okay? So let's just vote peacefully.
Love it, man. So how was your weekend, dude? I know Mom's was in
Oh,
town. What
had
did
a
y'all
had
do?
a amazing weekend for numerous reasons. Number one, like the girl of my dreams apologized to me on the last show. Like that started the whole thing. That's the smoking train, and then I got to see my mom, which I rarely see my mom, so that was a dope experience. It's always love to hang with my mom. Uh, uh, then man, on accident, I get in the house. Okay, it's Saturday night. This is purely on accident. I just turn on the TV for her while I'm doing some little work. I turn on TV, and guess what I saw, man? I saw Lil Wayne. Okay, I got to see my favorite artist was live in concert with the Hot Boys. He reunited with the Hot Boys 20
You
years later.
serious?
Yes, I swear to God, it was on TV. It was like it was
Oh
the
shit.
first time in 20 years, bro. Them people been arguing, they be talking about each
Oh
other
yeah.
behind their back. First time in 20 years, the Hot Boys was on stage as one. They did all the songs. It was, man, I almost cried. I almost cried. I told my mom, she was like, "What is this trash?" I was like, "Mom, if you didn't know what this was right now." So I got to see my man Lil Wayne live perform on Prime had it, and it was the Hot Boys, and they reunited. Bro, that was like, God damn, this can't get any better. Oh, it got better. I'm live at the game.
That's like
Beautiful.
98, wasn't it? Hot Boys like
Yeah.
98, 97,
It was
98.
something, it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm at the game. I'm staring at this girl who's with this guy. I don't even see the guy. I'm looking completely at this girl. I don't even see this guy. Like, look at this girl, look at this girl. But I see the dude, and I'm just like, I know this dude from somewhere. He's sitting right beside. I don't know him. I'm just looking. Look at this girl. Jesus Christ. Then, but they stand up to go get some snacks or whatever, and I see her jersey says, what is it like? Your Buchanan on the back, and I'm like, man, why would she have on a Ray Buchanan jersey? This girl was in her 20s. So I'm like, how does she even know who Ray Buchanan was? And then I started to think about like, was that Ray Buchanan? I was sitting there, I looked, and it was he came back to the seat. It was Ray Buchanan. And I asked him, I said, bro, are you Ray Buchanan? He said, yeah. Oh, mother. I said, dog, oh man, it was the greatest moment. I asked him 100 questions. He kept talking to me. You could ask my mom. I was sitting there like I didn't want to like
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
there with the girl. I didn't want to press him out. He kept talking to us like, yeah, see what he was supposed to do right there. I was like, oh, this shit is amazing. I got a picture with him. Some more shit. I talked his head off. It was amazing. Coolest guy ever. Bro, then several people stopped to me. It was like, oh, Mike. It was the best feeling ever. Like, man, we got free food. And we know the podcast. I was like, this the guy who's like seating us was like, he had the ticket. He gave us the thing. He was telling us where to sit. Then he looked and was like, oh. And I had on my shirt. And he was like, oh. He was like, Mike. And then he gave me a hug and all. It was just the dopest.
So it didn't get weird. It didn't get weird. That's good.
It didn't get weird with anybody. Your Outcast was there. Man, no Andre, because he's weird. But man, a big boy was there. It was like Outcast your day. The army, my guys dropped from the ceiling on the ropes, which was crazy. They came all the way out the ceiling. And Shikari was there, like the track star.
Yeah.
And she was on the screen and all that. So it was and I was with my mother, and we won. Dog, I couldn't have. It couldn't have been better. It couldn't have been better. It's like Summer Rae had a game and just was there. That's the only thing that would have made it better. But I'm like, dog, it was a great weekend, buddy.
I love it, man. That's fantastic. So Ray will be on the show soon, then, right?
Dog. So I asked him. I said, bro, I don't want to bother you. I don't. When we was leaving, I said I didn't want to bother you the whole time, bro. I need you to do me a favor. Do you see the shirt I have on? I need, but he snapped it with his phone. He snapped the shirt, and I said, "Yeah, I want you to go online and see the show. It's a wild show. If you watch it, watch one. If you decide you want to be on, we would love to have you. We will give you flowers, man. You dope, man. You changed my childhood." And I told him what he meant to me. Dog, you and Prime was the coolest motherfuckers I had seen in my life. he was laughing. He was like, "Man, bro, this was awesome." It was like, so he snapped his shirt, and I said, "Dog, if you ever want to come on, you come on." So come on, Reggie.
Let's go. I love it, man. That's awesome. Birdcage, what's
Reggie,
up, Ryan?
the Birdcage said, "Hit that like button. Hit that like button for these brothers. They keep it right."
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, there.
Mom said, "Congrats on the win. I'm now a Lions fan." So yeah, so she gave up on the Cowboys live in person.
That was rough.
The Birdcage said, "Tell your mom that's equivalent to David Ruffin coming back to the Temptations." I was trying to tell her when she was watching. She's like, "Oh, this is garbage," and I'm like, "Oh, Mom, if you only knew what was happening right now." It was Wayne and the Hot Boys live on stage. It was. Oh man.
That's awesome, dude. That's well, mine was not near as eventful as yours. We had baseball all weekend pretty much. Liam pitched on Saturday, so he's done for the fall now. I still have practices and stuff like that, but it's now it's off season. It's just heavy weight training 3 days a week, conditioning, get ready for the high school tryouts in late January. Watch some college football on Saturday. Watch the Georgia-Florida game after we got home. And yeah, man, just stayed in, watched the game on Sunday. It was pretty. Since he'd already thrown, we were good for Sunday, so it was great. So
who won Georgia-Florida, John?
Georgia. It was closer than it's closer than it should have been, really. But yeah, Georgia ended up pulling it out. But
boys, yeah.
But yeah. So, but yeah. Then the game yesterday, like, how did you like? How were you confident? Just like we talked about it last week, but going in the stadium, like, how was it? Was like everybody confident? Was it? I mean,
it was crazy, but I was telling telling her the whole time, I'm not even talking shit, but I expect it to be a blowout. Like it shouldn't it should not be a close game. And the way it started, you was like, is this gonna be a close? And then when it was just and I told my mother as soon as it started to go, I told you I was expecting it. Like it was what I wasn't even talking shit. It was nothing. Dallas is in trouble, man, and I'm not even shitting on them. They are in trouble, and so it ain't supposed to be no game with us. But the whole stadium was pretty cool. The whole stadium was lit because the whole game was kind of good.
Yeah, I mean, I saw shots at the stadium, and I mean, people were going shit, like going crazy, which was awesome. That's what you want. That's what you want to see, especially. And I saw Uncle Steve filming Cowboys fans as they were leaving, which was hilarious. Like he was trying to get them to talk to him, and they wouldn't talk to him or say anything to him. But
here's what I was trying to tell her when we was like walking in the game. Oh, the Dallas fans are being assholes. They was the Dallas fans. And I told my mother, I said, but this is going to be hilarious. You can ask. I said, this is going to be hilarious on the walk out. Just trust me on the walk out. It's going to be hilarious. And they was all down, quiet, like, yeah, it's hilarious. I think they all understand. It ain't even that they lost. Like the season is over.
Oh yeah. No, they had to win that game.
And like the coach is probably gone. And I think that they saw that on the field. Like it's probably done. Like, and that's kind of sad because it's Dallas and that's supposed to be like you always want them in the playoffs. Like,
yeah, I mean, they were banged up as hell already. And then CD gets hurt during the game. He's clearly his shoulder or whatever is definitely hurting him. He's out of the game. He's like lobbying the coaches on the sideline to get back in the game, which he finally does. And then I think it might have been D or somebody in the end zone. Like he missed a pass and ran by him, hit him in his shoulder. Like I don't think it was intentional because I think he was just happy at that shoulder, and then Jack getting hurt with his hamstring. He's on IR now. So I did say they made a trade for Jonathan Mingo today from the Panthers. I mean, maybe he'll do better there. He's been kind of a disappointment in Carolina, but maybe he'll find something in Dallas. I don't know. But I mean, like you said, that first drive, I mean, and I tweeted it out. I mean, I think Ryan Newsom's done a hell of a job filling in for Drew Dahlman since he's been out. But it seems like every game he does something dumb as shit, like at the worst time, like just one or two, like only just like one time, and it was on the first drive. He had the holding call. And I know holding calls are iffy, but it's like but he did grab the dude by his head, so it's kind of obvious. So and it killed the drive. We had to go punt. So like I was like, no, we can't start this shit. Like the first drive, we can't be doing these stupid ass penalties, man. But we turned it around, man. We got, Drake, right afterwards, makes a hell of a catch going across the middle. And then unfortunately he had to jump and fall again on the catch in the end zone, which is in the, giving him a hit pointer. But from everything that we're hearing, like he's fine. It was just kind of it's just like a pain tolerance thing, whether or
Boy,
not he can. Yeah.
boy, tough. Doc, I don't know how it would appear at home, but in the stadium, it appeared as if like the whole first quarter, it was like Bijan, man, got the ball on every down. I was like, what is happening? Like 98% of the plays was Bijan. I was like, what is going on? Like, he got to be exhausted. It just was Bijan, Bijan, Bijan. So I didn't know where it was going. Like, where we going?
So I mean, he had 26 total touches. He had 19 carries. He had 7 receptions. He had 86 yards rushing. The long of 16, and 59 yards receiving. So he had 7 catches on 7 targets. They were doing a lot of the swing passes with him. And I was like, okay, we. I mean, they were working decently, but I'm like, all right, we swing past enough now. Let's move on to something else. I mean, it did. I mean, we did. There wasn't a big drop off though when London went out. I mean, Hodge came in, didn't really do much, but I mean, like it was. It wasn't like, oh my God, we're screwed now. We have somebody else that can come in there and and toe the line. So like it wasn't. No, I think we did miss London when it come to like third downs and stuff like that, because we were like shitty on third downs. I'm talking like I think it was 3 for 13 or something like that, 4 for 13 on third downs. Now we were 2 for 2 on fourth downs again, and that just seems to be our thing, man. We keep going forward on fourth down, and we are. I think I read it earlier somewhere. Oh yeah, we're 11 of 15 this year on fourth down conversions. That's insane, man. Like it's great. But I mean, we don't want to.
He has confidence when it comes. But with all due respect, it's still like risky. But it's like usually short enough, like 4 and 3, 4 and 2 when we go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to be a little more efficient on third down, so you're not, sweating it on the fourth down. Which I mean, like I said, I'm glad they're confident. They got plays called and they've worked. So hey, kudos to them. It's been fine. But yeah, that was not a good third down conversion for the day for sure. But again, in the time of possession, we were almost dead even, which has been we're either there or just under, the other team pretty much all year. And it's like I noticed our drives, dude. Like if we have a 4 or 5 minute drive, that's a long drive for us. Like when we start moving, we move. Like there are 2-minute drives, 3-minute drives, 4-minute drives. Like we're not taking a lot of time off the clock, which is like I said on a few shows ago. Like I'll take the points. Like I'm not going to complain about a scoring ever, but I would like to see a longer drive or two, just to, kick back. I mean, take some time off the clock. Make it a little bit tougher on the other team.
It's so like weird to see when we just 3 pass it and we in like the red zone. It's like 3 passes and we in there. I'm thinking like, damn, okay, well, it's still like new. Oh, like how did we get down here again? And it's like those things are very quick sometimes. So when you go like the Mooney and then they go on the field like that, it's like, we already like about to score. So like they get like no rest. My man Jeremy said, shout out to Caden Allen, dog. He was all over the place.
He was everywhere.
He was all over the place.
And I'm glad he had that. I mean, I'm glad he had that game because, like I said, man, like it's Caden's one dude. Like a lot of people have crapped on him this year, and he hasn't played great. But again, I've just been saying all along, like I'm going to be a little bit lenient on Caden just because of all the things he's asked to do. Like I'm not going to, be super tough on him. But this game, though, I mean, I'm talking about 13 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, 3 QB hits. I mean, like that's the role you want that dude in. Like, I mean, he was all over the place, man. And I mean, it was fantastic. Nate Lehman again, 10 tackles. And then, of course, we got to mention, dude, 3 sacks. We got half our freaking yearly total in one game. And we were hoping like eventually this is going to happen. But so I mean, he had one of them. Grady had one. So they were getting to him, putting in work. It was finally. Because we've heard him say every week, and it's getting better. The progress is right. The process is good. We're getting there. We're getting there. We ain't seen it, but we finally got there. So, like, I mean, you just want to see him now repeat it. And we'll talk about the trade deadline too. Let's go ahead and talk about it before trade deadline came and gone. We didn't do anything, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. The few big moves, Marshawn Lattimore did go from New Orleans to the Commanders, which is great for this weekend. It's going to suck when we play the Commanders, but it's great for this weekend. The Saints pretty much just said, screw it. Saints fired Dennis Allen, which I thought, man, just one more week. Just one more damn week. And it would have been just really nice to go out, with the win for us, and then he gets fired.
We get you fired.
Yeah, exactly. Like we'd be there, not the Panthers, and which I mean, truth be told, they probably should be fired after losing to the Panthers. But I mean, they just destroyed with the injuries. Olave got blown. Do you see that hit on Olave?
Yeah. Oh,
Did you see that?
Oh, and yeah,
he's got to start like.
But I'll be honest though, he's a tough dude. But damn.
Yeah, he's like Tua, dude. He's going to have to start thinking about his like long-term health here pretty soon.
He don't give up, but he got to start thinking about it now, dog.
Yeah, and it's like he's had multiple ones now. Yep. So it's like, and it's they keep coming, and he just got, I mean, like sandwiched between two guys. It was just not a pause, but it was just it was just something that you hate to see. I mean, for any guy, and even if it is a Saint, you don't want to see a guy hit like that. But he'll be out this week, and we'll talk about the Saints later on. But so they just pretty much thrown in the towel, man. I mean, they got so many injuries; they've lost 7 in a row, which is hysterical. But don't think for a second that they're not going to come to play this Sunday, though. They will.
Yeah. I mean, it's not anything but they play us, man. Limping, shot, and stabbed, but they're still coming to play us.
Remember how they made fun of us last year about being our Super Bowl when we played them? Yeah. Looks like looks like this is going to be their Super Bowl this year when they're playing us, because that's the only thing. They probably want. I'm assuming they want to tank their season, because they should want to tank at this point. But they probably want to beat us and then we tank. But But anyway, that was kind of part of the bigger moves. There was other smaller moves here and there. Darius Smith ended up going to the Lions, which we were hoping that might be somebody we go after. I think it was a 4th and a 5th, maybe it was. Which sucks. Like I said, I tweeted. I mean, I was hoping we'd make a move, but I mean, I'm not losing any sleep over the fact that we didn't. We did show progress on Sunday, so we have to keep. Like I said, we got.
He was like, "No, we got some tax. It's cool,
right? No, we're good. You're not as bad as we thought." And I actually would have been. I'd have been fine with a D tackle. With Grady getting a little nicked up. Had the Achilles strain. That scared the shit out of me, dude.
Yeah, if he go down, it's done.
I was like, if he tore his Achilles, man, because you don't see an Achilles strain, you see a tear, so it's good that it was just like MRI was straight. So he seems to be day to day. So that was good news. But like I said, I wouldn't have hated D-line or some more D, like if it was like a Sam Hubbard type of guy from Cincinnati, wouldn't mind that. But I mean, anything on the defensive line, basically, I'd have been okay with. But I'm sure Terry was on the phone. I heard that they were probably asking a lot for Azeez in New York, which they should be. I mean, you got a bidding war. Like, yeah, I'd be asking for a lot too. And if you don't want to give him, all right, cool. We'll keep our very good pass rusher and we'll go from there. So it is what it is, man. We'll ride with the guys that we got. Nothing we can do about it at this point. So I mean, those guys, like I said, just got to keep showing up, and hopefully the results keep coming. So anyway, back to the game. Oh wait, hang on. Let me catch up with the chat before it gets too crazy here.
Jeremy said, worst part of the game was closing it out. The offense got way too conservative, way too early.
Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure.
Jeremy said it's so over. They gave up a 4th straight. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I never would know. It'd have been like a 6th or a 7th if I want to like do that.
Double H said, love beating Dallas. Love beating them. Sorry, Mom. Jeremy said we used more stunts, which was nice to see. Yeah,
and they were getting in on them. They weren't just they weren't just running.
Double H said we didn't really have any picks for trade capital. Yeah.
No, not next year. We could have dipped into the 26 if you wanted to go, there, because we're pretty good there. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot going on there. We have the 3rd already for Judon, and the 5th I think we got taken away for the whole tampering deal with Kirk. So it's like, we don't have a whole lot of trade capital anyway, which, like I said, whatever, it's fine. One guy that we could have signed, Carl Lawson, goes and sacks Kirk though. There in the first quarter, takes that was the only turnover of the game. Had the sack fumble, but they couldn't take advantage of it. When they had opportunities, but they just couldn't take advantage, man. And then they ended up getting a turnover on downs. They hit the reverse to CD, and dude, Caden he was already standing up, so you could see he saw him coming across the line and just took him out 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and turned it over on downs.
Great play call, I thought, but just better defense.
Yeah, and then Greg Olsen again Greg Olsen, man, he shouldn't have got kicks from Tom Brady, man. I'm telling you, like he does a better job than Tom Brady in my humble opinion.
Yeah, he's great.
But he was talking about, he's like, look, he's like, Caden, they showed the replay. He's like, if Caden's down in a 3-point stance, he doesn't see CD coming across the line, but he's standing up. So he sees him coming. He knows it's probably going to go to him. So he just right around the blocker, takes him down, man. It was great. Dude, the touchdown to Mooney, man, how fucking beautiful was that shit? They have trips lined up to the right. And Kirk sees the blitz coming. He knows that Overshawn's going to have nobody blocking him. He knows he's going to have to get the ball out quick. As soon as he gets the ball a couple of steps off his back foot, and Mooney hadn't even got close to where the ball is going to be yet. He's still going around the two guys, right? Trevon Diggs gets caught up in the mess there, which he should have known just to like he ran directly into the 4 dudes that were standing there, which thank you, we appreciate it. But dude, just a ridiculous pass from Kirk, just off his back foot, just do it to an open space of grass. Darnell ran to it, got it, walked into the end zone. That was beautiful, man. Darnell Mooney, man. But what a freaking signing.
2 things is Kirk is greater because he's starting to have his timing in check now. Like he can throw it. If you start noticing every game now, he's throwing it prior to the cut or the turn. Like he's throwing it to where it's supposed to be. So that's kind of cool to see. It's hard to stop that shit as like a cornerback. If the ball is like out already. But then too, like I said a few shows back, man, Mooney is dangerous, dog, when he get that ball. He ain't just a normal like guy like we thought. He coming in, he gonna be a help. He can be like dangerous when he touch the ball. Like when he get the ball, like he's really fast, he real shifty. He can score. Like he's a dangerous weapon. He's underrated. Jeremy said how you know trusting his wide receivers. Yep.
Yeah, it takes a while, and now you're seeing like he knows where Drake's going to be, where Darnell's going to be. He's getting that that rapport building up that doesn't just happen overnight, man. So like that's important, man. And the Cowboys eventually did put together a 9-play 70-yard drive. They ran decently with Dowdle, which we didn't talk about. Ezekiel was a healthy scratch. Apparently, was late to meetings last week. Missed the meeting completely on Friday.
He don't want to play no more.
No, man. It seems like he's pretty much done.
Yeah,
Rico Dowdle, he had 12 rushes for 75 yards, 6.3 average. And I mean, we kind of, our rush defense kind of is what it is. And we gave 137 yards. Dak had 30 on the ground. CD had 2 rushes for 15 yards. Dalvin Cook only had two attempts. We had 8 yards as well. Hunter Lupke and Cooper Rush both had an attempt as well. But so we're still giving up yards on the ground, man, which sucks, but it is what it is. Like I said, overall, I mean, we made plays, we got sacks. We unfortunately didn't turn the ball over, but like I said, the Cowboys just being as beat up as they would, it didn't really matter at that point. Anyway, they put together with about 4 minutes left to go in the half. They had a 70-yard drive, made it 14-10. Then, man, the first drive of the second half, they go for the fake punt. Second week in a row that the teams tried to fake punt it on us. And Natron Brooks, who was just caught up, actually, I thought if that was a pick six, he catches that thing, man, for sure. But either way, we got it turned over on downs there. Then we score right after that. It was a short little drive. We had a short field. The throw to Ray in the end zone, man. Kirk had all the time in the world, dude. Like he could have thought about like what he's going to do after the game, what he's going to do tomorrow. Like he had all the time in the world to find Ray. So shout out to the offensive line again for doing a hell of a job protecting him, man, for the most part. And then they go score a field goal, make it 21-13. We come back the next drive with another score. Tyler just bulldozes his way through with Caleb McGarry leading the way, man. 7-play, 66-yard drive there. And Tyler only had, I think, maybe 8 touches. And maybe 3. He wouldn't use as much. Again, which, we kind of taught me that was in the third quarter, and the team's getting a little tired. They're getting tired of freaking going, of Bijan coming after him, and then you send Tyler in there to mash him. That's what happened, dude. Exactly, the finisher, man. He only had 6 carries, 18 yards. I don't know if he had any receptions or not. No, he wasn't in there for reception game. But either way, and that put us up 21-13. I'm sorry. No, that put us up 27-13. And then, like Jeremy said earlier, man, we had 2 drives after that, both 3-and-outs. And I just thought that no, man, like no, like keep playing your offense, like put 40 on them, like step on them, step on their throats, like something we haven't done yet. And I'm not complaining about the win, but I'm just saying maybe not that, because the Cowboys did go back and score. They scored on a 14-play, 86-yard drive, made it a one-score game, came down to an onside kick, which thank God Kyle Pitts jumped on it, and that was that. But yeah, I mean, just keep playing your offense. At least that. I mean, don't give it up that early. I know you want to run the ball, but man, those 2 drives were like a minute and a half, a minute. Like you didn't take anything off the clock.
You can't do that. Yep.
Not with any team. I mean, I don't care how bad they are, and I still didn't even feel really concerned. I was just kind of like, damn, man, like, come on, like, still keep throwing. Kirk can go out there, run your off. I know it's a balance. Like, you don't want to be like Kyle Shanahan in the Super Bowl, like,
I'm just going,
the hell with it. I'm going to do it regardless of the situation. But like, be a little, like somewhere in the between, be a little bit more aggressive, and keep going, and then you get up another score. Then you can maybe, chill a little bit. So the 27-21 score wasn't near, to me. It was a much. I mean, it was definitely it felt like it was a much easier win than actually was. So, but like I said, I'll take it any day of the week, man. It's be a 6-3, and then you see the Tampa Bay Chiefs game going to overtime last night?
I did. No, I didn't see the whole game, but I saw the start of it. Man, I admire them so much because everything that could have went wrong with the Chiefs, and they had to readjust. Okay, now we don't have like a deep threat, like the running is done, and they still made it work through boring short passes to whoever they had planned for that week. They still
got
made it work, and they got Hopkins. Then he just came in. It's only his like second game there. He just came in on fire. And I got him in fantasy, and I started him, and damn it, I won. Okay, and he ain't done nothing for me all year, but then he went over there, and I said I should start him. When he was the Chiefs, he was crushing it last night, and Travis Kelce was crushing it last night. He's one of my fantasy players. Ain't did nothing. Patrick Mahomes was crushing it last night. He's one of my fantasy players. Ain't did nothing. So all 3 of this. How good was my week? Oh man, and if I was losing, I needed all 3 of my Chiefs to come through for my victory, and all they came through. So shout out to the coaching of the Chiefs, bro. It is crazy, and I just was like, beat the Bucks. We can't. We need y'all to beat the Bucks, and they pulled it out for me. I love it.
Yeah, they worried me at the end, man. When the Bucks tied it up when they went to overtime, but for the second time this year now, the Bucks have went to overtime, and they did not get to touch the ball on offense because
I saw
KC
Baker
got it.
On like the thing this morning. He already knew when they got the ball. He was like, man, shit.
Yeah.
He already knew.
I mean, like KC went right down, scored. We went right down, scored, so they don't even get a chance to get on the field, man. And which I don't hate it at all, but and Tampa, I mean, they won't go away either. I mean, like they're even with their injuries that they have. I mean, like that's still a tough team, man. Like Kalijah Cansey, Vita Vea were doing their thing on that defense last night. And then Antoine Winfield too.
Dog, Vita was terrorizing last night, dog. That's a big man. Hey, dog, he was that dude is. Oh man, he's something else.
He shouldn't have to be that athletic and that big, man. That's
like
wild.
Because I'm staring at him like, how are you fast and quick? Like it just makes just how he was destroying last night. He looked amazing.
He was, he was. But like I said, they and I don't know, I haven't even seen today, but Patrick or Mahomes, had jacked up his knee or something on that one of their touchdown throws. Yeah, like he came out for just a second, came back in. I don't know if he missed a play, but he was hobbled. Like you could tell, like something didn't quite go right. And in fantasy, I scored the 3rd highest points in our league this week, and I lost. Anyway,
man.
Happens every day, all the time, dude. Like if you look, like I'll look at the higher scores, like whoever just scores higher than me that week, they happen to win. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Drives me crazy, man.
Double H said, how is Trice doing with his recovery?
As far as I know, good. We see him on the sideline walking around.
Yeah, he looks fine.
He won't be back until next season, though. I mean, I've never seen him bring a guy back from an ACL in the same season. Helms, I haven't heard a damn thing about it, other than a few weeks ago when they said, I think Raheem said he's not close to that. I know this was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now at this point. Maybe, So I don't know. I would love to get Helms back at some point because I think he'd be a welcome addition on the defense for sure.
John.
And
My man Ant said, "What's up, John and Mike? How y'all been? Great win Sunday. Love it when we I think he said
give them the business, probably.
get them the business. Yeah. Or give them the business. Right. Rise up 6-3. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Good to see you, Ant. Been a while, buddy.
John, I got a question for you, buddy. Wasn't it a person that did come back with? Has it ever been a guy in like the same season who came back? Because I thought wasn't it like AP?
AP was a fucking alien.
He had something like crazy to go wrong, and he came back in the same season.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's body's different. Like AP's was really different. Like he seemed to like just recover so fast from whatever, but he might have came back. Yeah, I think he did come back quicker than I'd have to go back. It's been a while, but I think he did come back quicker than most. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I want to say this too. He is so underrated how we don't bring him up with the greatest of all time.
Oh, he was at his peak. Oh my gosh,
like a robot,
dude. At his peak, he was
like
crazy.
The Terminator. Yeah,
yeah. And even as he got older, like the injuries kind of piled up. But I mean, dude, he was
Terminator. He looked like a wild horse when he got free, dog. He is something else. My man Jeremy said biggest surprise was not using pitch much when Drake went out down. But pitch blocking was out. He did miss one that was glaring.
He had the one. I have to go back because I thought the same thing. I thought going into the game they're probably going to utilize him a lot, especially with the injuries they had for Dallas. But I was like, you know what? After the game, I was like, they probably knew that too, and was like, we're going to take away Pitts. We saw what he did to Tampa Bay with similar injuries. Like, let's, or I just said they just knew KJ Britt couldn't guard anybody at Tampa Bay, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch the film and see if it was more of Dallas just taking him away. Which that's the thing. Most defenses are going to have to make a decision. Like, do we want to take Drake away? Do we want to take Pitts away? Do we want to try to take Bijan away? I mean, like Darnell, and it doesn't really matter because Kirk is now getting comfortable enough where, okay, you can take him away, but I'm going to go hit him and hit him and hit him, and we're going to run the ball too, and we're going to run through your face. So
whoever you take away is fine. It's no problem. It's not even like, oh man, how are we gonna? It's a whole octopus. So if you jump on one of the arms, there's still 7 other arms. So
and again, man, that Seattle loss is looking better and better, man. Because not for any other reason other than it woke those guys up, and it made them like, okay, we literally cannot take anybody for granted. Like and like I said, I don't know that that's what happened, but clearly they looked that way on the field. It looked flat. It looked just bad. And they had a similar situation with the Cowboys coming in, beat up. Season's not going their way, coming off 2 losses. They didn't let it happen this time, and the same thing going to New Orleans, man. You got New Orleans just beat up, but we'll talk about, like I said, we'll talk about on the preview show. But dude, New Orleans is going to bring it this week. I think it's going to be a close game, as much as it should not be, because they just don't have anybody. I mean, who they do have, Kamara and David Carr's back, or whatever, Derek Carr, whichever Carr, and Taysom Hill's probably going to be healthy as usual. But yeah, I mean, they're and the new coach. I mean, I think Aaron talked about it on Locked On, the new coach interim, he said, I think he said since 2014, teams are 12-11 the very following game when they get a new interim coach. So they kind of get that bump, so I'm hoping the Saints are just so bad and down that it doesn't matter who their coach is. They just can't overcome what they don't have on the field. That's my hope. but like I said, they can't take it for granted for a second, because the Saints would love to just give it to us, man, and put a kink in our season.
Man, I was saying shit to Ray. I was like, man, we're gonna blow them out. And he's like, man, he said, these be the games, dog. You can't do that. He was like, young, these be the games. Like, you cannot do that. And I was like, man, you don't know what you talking about, man. We getting this W. But he was like, no, you can't do that, bro. It's like a real team.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, they're gonna have NFL guys playing. Even though they're being backups, they're NFL guys, and they're gonna have and like I said, don't think for a second that us being in first place, your biggest rival, if there's nothing else to get up for, you got a new coach, you're playing for not only like the team, but you're playing for yourself for the next season. You may not be with the Saints next year, but you got to put something on tape for somebody to see if you want to stay in the league, right? So all those guys should be given everything they possibly got for us on Sunday. So I'm a little not worried. We should still win the game, but I think it's just going to be one of those tight ones, dude. Where we're going to be in the fourth quarter, like edge of our seat, man. I just feel it.
It's the Saints. My man Ant said, shout out to the Falcons O-line. They've been holding it down. Much improved, man.
Yeah, man.
Jeremy said Bijan's ability to make people miss is top tier. I mean, his stop on the dime is like insane. He be right to touch him, then he be gone. And that gotta be frustrating.
Yeah, dude. And the moves he makes like at full speed. Like just a shift, like one little shift inside, outside that you can't prepare for, man. What's up, King?
King Richie said, fellas, what's good? We can't take them for granted. They will be hungry. 100%. They will be hungry. But just imagine us being 7-3 out of 10 games. We don't won 7 of them. That's crazy. Dr. Slick Nuts.
Good to see you, Nuts.
Just imagine saying we played 10 games and won 7 of them. That's But I think that it's great to have them like humble in like Seattle, because we was just starting to win. And they probably was like, man, we the shit. We no matter what they say, they're probably like, man, we the shit. We killing people. Yeah, they better recognize us. And you eased up just forever. It's like, yeah, we about to do this to them too. And then you went and got, it's still football. That's why they play the game. That's what Chris Berman say. And that's why they play the game. Because no matter how the matchup look, oh, buddy, that's why they play the game.
Yeah, and we got, watching Kirk too. It's like, it's so different than what we've been used to. I mean, it's, he was 19, I think, at 24, 200 something yards, 3 touchdowns. Like there was no, I don't think they even came close to a pick, if I remember. Do you remember? I don't think he was even
he didn't have no,
oh God, like I don't think he had one of those moments, So it was just, I don't know. It's just so, it's just so different for us. Like I said, we had it for a long time with Matt, but then like those 3 years like really scarred us. When
you said we all was saying the same thing, and you see it now, man. What would it be if we just had competence? Right. Just say we didn't have Tom Brady or the greatest thing, or like just somebody who was amazing. Just say we had competence. What would it appear like? And I don't think Kirk is an amazing quarterback. I think he's highly competent.
He's very good. Very good.
Yeah, he's very good. And that's what you see. He's not doing dumb shit. He open. You throw it to the open guy. That was a good decision. You threw it away. You held the ball to. He's just not doing dumb shit. And they have us they got us first in the division. To be honest, had we had competent quarterback the last 2 years, we would have been first in the division for the last 2 years. You're just competent. We would have been first in the division for the last 2 years and going away. So
with Arthur Smith as your head coach.
Yep. With him as your head coach, with even just competent play, you would have still ran us off the last 2 years. So now we just got it in play, and we getting what we deserve.
Yep. And I think actually, I think Ritter got in the game with the Raiders this weekend. I didn't see
my mom said, I didn't see it.
Yeah, but we will play the Raiders, so we'll see if he's in there or if it'll be.
Dance for prayers, y'all. Pencil him in on the ballot, y'all. Dance for prayers.
Oh man, like I told Aaron, man, the lies that we told ourselves last year, man, trying to.
Oh man, he gonna turn it around, and when he turn it around, it's gonna be something like you never seen. He gonna catch 5. That man ain't catch a lighter.
Oh fuck, man. Yeah, and I tried hard, man. I tried. Every 22, I'm like, hey, look, there's that one play.
You did do something right.
You did do this.
You did do that a lot, John.
I did.
I did. If he did anything right, John, be like, no, but look. He did the way he turned it. He was looking. Yeah,
and the one game against the Texans when we showed out and we're like, hey, this is it. This is the guy right here.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. But anyway, but yeah, and to be 6-3, man, to have the issues that we've had. I mean, with the defense particularly, like giving up just a tons of yards, and it's like they've been able to work their shit out basically, through the last 9 games, while the offense is working their shit out. But now the offense is obviously like they found it. Like, they just have to keep it going and not have any setbacks. Defense, again, we saw the 3 sacks this weekend. Great. I just want to see it be repeatable, see them go out there and be able to do the same things that was working and actually, make it against a team that doesn't have necessarily like the same offensive lines that we've been facing. Like Zach Martin, not the same Zach Martin. We talked about in a previous show, not the same guy we faced before. Their offensive line a little bit beat up. They faced 4 hella pass rushes in the last 4 weeks. So, we'll see what we got against New Orleans. Man, player stats. We appreciate you, bro.
Player stats. What up, buddy? Wah. Thank you, buddy, for the chat. He said, "Is this the most talented team Kirk has played on?"
Maybe so. Even with go ahead.
It has to be. I mean, he don't have your double J over there, right? So you got to account for that. But he got all these weapons. Yes, I'm sure he's having an easy experience with. He don't got to say, "I got these 2 guys who I could really count on." But then he got a smorgasbord. Like, man, I could do anything.
Yeah, JJ, Osborne, KJ Osborne, and Jordan Addison. That's pretty solid 3 right there.
Yeah.
TJ Hawkinson was right.
You got to give him in.
That's pretty solid. Who was running back? Was it Dalvin? No, it wasn't Dalvin. Was it?
It was Dalvin, wasn't it?
Was it? He's been bounced around so many times now. But yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, I mean but you look at Bijan and it's at least even. If it's not the best, it's like right there. It's like it's all right. It's got to be like right there. So yeah, I mean, but we appreciate you playing stats for the super chat, buddy. Yeah, man. So up 2 games in the division. Bucks got the 49ers coming up too, like we've already talked about. So we could be, if we take care of business like we should in New Orleans, can be 3 games up in the division, sitting pretty. Because they're going into the season, I figured we'd split with New Orleans just because we didn't. Number one, they didn't have those type of injuries yet, and we figured they're going to be tough at home. But we'll get 1-1. I figured we'd split with Tampa Bay as well. I didn't think we'd sweep Tampa Bay. I thought we would sweep Carolina. So we've already basically took 2 games. Well, I don't want to say 2 games yet, but we've took 1 game at least. I didn't think we were going to take. The Cowboys was kind of like this hit or miss game. We got some tough ones coming up though. Broncos is not going to be easy with that defense. The Chargers are going to be a hell of like their defense and Jim Harbaugh, what they got going on over there. The Redskins or the Commanders, whatever. The additions that they've made, that's going to be, and Jaden Daniels. Like we have some tough matchups coming up. I'm just glad it's at the end of the season. So yeah, we've had plenty of time. So now our defense can just keep getting better. And we have time to get locked in for those teams, man.
Jeremy, it was Cook, yeah. Yes, it was Cook, but he got banged up. Yeah. Man,
Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve, thanks for the super chat.
Appreciate you, buddy.
He tried to warn everyone during Days Mania last season. He really did. Kirk did. Truly take us to the NFC Championship. I didn't see I thought it was a period that Stevie scared me.
And beyond, baby.
Yeah, I like them last 2 words. He said, and beyond. Yes, I'm trying to get that jury, Uncle Steve. Shout out to my man, Uncle Steve. I'm trying to get one of them things, Uncle Steve.
Uncle already told folks, but I don't know if you were at the early at the beginning of the show. I loved the video you posted, the folks leaving. You trying to get people to interact with you, man. That shit was hilarious. I loved it.
They were not in the mood.
No, they would, of course not. No, but yeah, make sure y'all check out Uncle Steve's Lounge, man. Like,
check out my man.
I say it before, man, but fantastic show, man. Every week. But yeah, Jeremy, Chargers are a weird team. Yeah, like it's
like the reason why I'm glad it's at like the end of the season is I need to see you beat those teams. Like I like a good team. I want to see you go and beat a good team, and they get better and better. I want to see you win because that'd be great if we going into the playoff. you have to establish who you are repeatedly. So, like we are good because we consistently play good. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be like this one. It could be this, but it could be this week. Who knows if this week is it be this, but who knows if this week. So be consistent, man, because that's how we establish who we are, and we got even more confidence and even more faith. Like if we had a loss to Dallas, it would be all these questions. It just you don't know who you are. Yeah, all these questions. Now we need a pass rush. Should he have done something?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't we make a move? It would be just also as long as you keep winning, no one questions your identity, buddy. So let's just keep on winning, and then our identity is winning.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what I was saying last week. Is like, I mean, we weren't we weren't we were expecting the Dolphins to be good. We weren't expecting them to like maybe gel this kind of like 3 or 4 weeks ago when they did and really start kind of moving. And now we're talking about like an offense that can legitimately compete with any other offense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
That we hope. Now, like I said, maybe not. We'll see. Detroit, if we're lucky enough to play Detroit in the playoffs, because they're probably much the most complete team, both offensively and defensively. That'll be a tough matchup because I mean that defense is serious. But what we have left, so we got the Saints, we got the Broncos, we have the bye week. Then come home. Then the Chargers come to our place December 1st. We go to Minnesota December 8th, which would be a tough one. Then we go to Las Vegas for the Raiders on December 16th. That should be a win. Then the Giants come home to us on December 22nd. And then we go to the Commanders. And then we finally end out the season with the Panthers coming to our place to finish out the season. So, yeah, some tough matchups left. Some games that we should absolutely win. But, yeah, dude, I mean, it's to be while we're, like I said, we take care of business this week as we should. Like I said, sets us up nicely for the end of the season, man. Even if we do drop a couple of those games, it's not going to be the end of the world because we'll have the division already for the most part. So you're looking at
that first game. Johnny Yates goes straight and put it deep into the second round in playoffs, and we're gonna win that one. And then Johnny Yates, all the shirts start to get printed with the special hat. Oh, the championship! Oh my God, who knows what could happen? And then who will we play in the championship is the only question. And what form will we be at that point in the season? Exactly. Tyler Pickles said, "Hey, what's up, guys? Rise up! Let's rise up! And can we get a pass rush on whoever that is, or is he standing back there just throwing for 500 yards?"
Right. Yeah, no, it was good. This week was better. I mean, it wasn't ideal, but it was definitely better. I mean, I shouldn't say that. 3 sacks is definitely ideal. If we get 3 sacks every game, I'm not complaining about anything. I mean, we did for the most part. I think we had 32% QB pressure percentage, which isn't great, but it's a little better than we have been for sure. We've been around the 27, 28 mark, so it's an improvement. Again, 3 sacks. I ain't gonna bitch about it. I'm gonna be happy about it. 18 total pressures. He had 53, 51 drop back, something like that. So it's getting better. It's getting better. It's not ideal. And then special teams for the most part, like I said, that the block or not the block, them trying to go for it on on the punt and us stopping them. That was a huge play. But dude, what's his name, man? Turpin, he got loose a few times at returner. I told you on that preview show, man. Like you can fly, man. So a little shaky, but probably, man, I will say that, and we'll just wrap up talking about the game. Probably the most complete game that we've seen from both sides of the ball and special teams the entire season. Would you agree?
Yeah. Here's why I agree, and I'm so proud of them. Dallas, with all of that shit happening on that team, but they still came to play. And I thought they played kind of good per your situation, right? But they still was kind of struggling, and they were still fighting. So it like your Ray said, it was a trap. Like you can hold on, watch. You know what I'm saying, to see how your team act when they up, to see how your team act when they supposed to win. Just wait. And then so I was impressed with them. Like, let's win. Let's be confident. They in our house. Let's see what we do. It's like the Dallas Cowboys, man. Dak was like mobile. when you can't get a sack and you got him on Dak, you did something right. Because he can run, he can move around pretty damn good. So I was impressed, like overall, on like the defense and like the offense. And the thing is, Kirk, he didn't try to overdo this.
No,
it was real simple. It was real easy. It was real simple. I don't feel like he tried to do no, hey man, this starting to get boring, I'm gonna throw it there. Like he didn't do none of that. He had his like Burns about him. So it was, and even like Zach, I thought was doing smart shit where I thought he was gonna get carried away with the way it was going. He gonna get carried away and start doing trick play. He didn't do none of that either. So I was impressed, man.
Yeah, Zach's been great, man. Like I said, my only criticism was just kind of taking the foot off the gas too early. That was it. That was you keep going a little bit further in the game, no problem whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, we didn't mention, but Malone did get some snaps of defense this game, and it was not great. You can kind of see why he hasn't been getting very much
in there, but I was like a proud dad, but I was like,
yeah, he was going around blocks. He was kind of like, I get it. He hadn't played much on defense, so I understand. But like, he's just not a very big. His size is not. It's just it's not a perfect size to play that position. So like, he's definitely in that it's a weird spot. But I mean, he has some reps though. Damone Harris still played well. Like I said, Grady going out, we didn't see too much of a drop off. Even when he went out, like those guys still were coming up the middle pretty strong. So we still didn't get to see Dorless, which I was upset about. I still want to see Dorless. I understand that, and Jones, shout out to Jones Bones, man. He's like the fucking reason, like the voice of reason.
Jones Bones.
He really is, dude. Like he's like the Aaron Freeman on Twitter. Like he'll go in and be like, hey, you said some shit, but let me tell you why that's dumb and why why this is the way it is. And he's normally right, but. He's like, it's probably not so much of what Dorless can do individually, it's what can he do within the pass rush plan, which makes total sense. I just selfishly want to see him because he's a rookie. We don't know what he's going to be, and I just want to see him. You know what I mean? I want to see like what maybe he can do some shit individually by himself. We need a spark. We need something on defense to get to get the quarterback on the ground. But luckily, it didn't matter. Either way, we'll love to see him this week, especially if Grady's a little bit, 50-50 or not quite. Maybe on a snap count, we're going to put you out there for 15, 20 plays and that. Okay, cool. Put in Dorless. Let's see what we got. Again, against a kind of iffy offensive line, you know what I mean? With the Saints. So anywho, man, that's all I got on the game, buddy. You got anything else?
Nah, like I said, I was just impressed with even Dallas, man. They came to play with a shitty roster, man. Dak has no weapons.
You see Dak on the sideline?
Is like decimated. And it was still but they came to play with a shitty experience. And it was in our stadium, and I thought that, man, Dallas played good. But just not better than us.
You see they caught him on the sideline, mouthing, you see that part?
No. What happened?
He's on the sideline. He was just looking up. He said, "We fucking suck."
Oh,
he for sure said that. You could see, like he said,
he was he didn't have any weapons, but it was nothing and on like defense is like decimated, and you still had to come and give your best blow, and they did.
I was surprised Diggs played with that. If he really has a tear in his calf, like that's not,
dude. And he was struggling.
Yeah,
he was struggling. He was getting. He wasn't his best.
It's like the first or second play of the game when Bijan ran outside and he's pissed. I'm like, dude, all right, cool. Make his ass sprint the first play of the game.
He was getting burnt, and he's damn good. So I was like, he ain't full steam.
Yeah, I know, man. All right, well, 6-3, got the win. Love it. Always great beating the Cowboys. Again, sorry, Mama Control. I hate it for
sorry, Mama, but great win.
Not the Cowboy season this year, not at all.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some in or out. If y'all are not familiar with in or out, Mike and I close out. Typically, if we have time and close out our shows with in or out, we play underrated, overrated. We'll do, man, I was wondering. We've done some different games. We just try to have some fun with it, bring a little bit something different. So tonight's in or out. Buddy, do you want to start?
In or out, I will kick it off. Johnny Yates, are you in or out? My first one is, are you in or out on these places charging you for shit that should be included in the overall pricing? Okay, I went to a hotel, okay, and I had paid for the hotel. The hotel was all good, and when I got up at the counter, she was like, "Yeah," and it'll be like an extra $14 a day you here. And I was thinking, like, what for? What would that be? She said, for parking. I was like, huh? And yeah, you gotta pay for parking. Why would I pay for parking at a hotel that I'm staying at?
Was it
That
like a
wouldn't.
was it a parking deck?
Yeah, no, it was just park. I
Just a
was like,
lot?
why would? Yeah, it's not like valet or nothing. It's a parking fee. And I seen that happen on like 10 of the spots I've stayed where you gotta read the fine print because they charge for parking at some hotel. I just charge you for parking. Uh, there are like phones that come with no charger. Why would a phone come with no charger? Well, that wouldn't make any goddamn sense. How about the tire place? Okay, I go get a brand new tire. Now I get the bill. I'm driving off. I feel good. I just replaced that in a $25 tire disposal fee. You didn't just charge me to take the tire off, did you? No, it couldn't be because you charged me to put a tire on. I came to your establishment. Why would you be charging me to take the tire off? Did you just charge me to throw something in the trash, sir? Sir, Johnny Ace, are you in or out on these places? They're just charging you fees for things that should be included.
Oh, 100% in, dude.
Yeah.
100%. Even if you go to like, you're like, it's like just go to the dentist or something like that. You have like 17 different charges. You're like, what?
Charges.
I didn't do that. Like, where'd that come
Yeah.
from? Yeah, no.
Waiting
100%,
room
dude.
fee. I was just in the waiting room. Why should I have to pay? You guys are getting weird.
Definitely weird. All right. So, buddy, are you in or out on? I know the stuff you watch, so you're probably gonna be out. But maybe you'll surprise me. I don't know. Are you in or out on like the crime documentaries, kind of docu series, like based on real events or based like you know what I mean? Like, you're in?
Oh man, I'm in.
Oh, have you seen this? Like, this is a Zodiac speaking or whatever on
No,
Netflix, dude.
no, I
Watch
haven't.
that shit because
Yeah.
it's about the Zodiac killer in California, and dude, like it's gotta be like I watched it, like it's gotta be that guy, dude. There's way too many coincidences.
I gotta see it. Yeah.
Way too many. So it's a 3-part series. Yeah, you just gotta watch it. Cause like I don't know if did you see the Zodiac? Do you see the movie they did? Like in like it was
No.
mid 2000s. Okay, so like it was Robert Downey Jr. and Jake Gyllenhaal and like yeah, they all play. So it was good. So like, but yeah, this is just this is yeah. It's still not even. It's still technically not solved yet. It's still not solved. And then,
it's like the dude still alive, John. Who it like
he
Mike
died.
D?
No, he died.
Oh.
But like the circumstances leading up to it, and then like just the test, like what people, you just gotta watch it. So I recommend anybody if y'all watch like that type of stuff, man, go watch the Zodiac. This is the Zodiac speaking or something like that.
I do love true gruesome crime. I get a kick out of it for some reason. My man Ann says Atlanta does that shit all the time with hotels, and they will have a parking garage lots, and you have to park across the street for $30 a night, and they don't have parking lots. So it really, but they will charge you for parking to pay at some hotels. It is ridiculous,
dude.
Devo out of your Falcon Mile. What up? Top of the NFC, top, way at the top, like way at the top. Rise up.
Just saying, we gotta hook up with Debo pretty soon, man. Do a show.
Gotta do it. Are you in or out? Johnny Yates in my lifetime. I don't know if I was alive or whatever with young John Gotti. I don't know what even time frame he was in. Okay.
Another great one. Well, I'm not great dude, but like great documentary that I saw.
Right.
Gotti, yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what I've been told from my dad. Rest his soul. He told me this. I swear to God, this one probably tell me. Don't play with two people. Don't play with the government and the IRS. Do not play with them people. Right. And in my lifetime, I have never seen a federal government miss. I haven't seen it with my own. I haven't seen a miss. When they come to scoop you, it's because they already got the tape. They got you on audio, video. Yep. When they come, you already done. Or they came
they just want to see if you're going to give yourself up or if you're going to give it away.
All they want to see. They will allow you to do the crime for years. Just stockpiling your evidence. There you go. And they came for Young Thug, okay? And the man been in jail 2-3 years. Yep. And the man walked out of the courthouse down Peachtree Street and right back in the studio the other day. Scot-free, without no charges. I just watched the federal government get this man a RICO charge and miss. and they couldn't get him, and he got to walk out of the court. So I'm not here to say if he did nothing, if he did. I'm saying if you was fucking around and you got that close to losing your life, stop. Just stop. This is your time. Hey man, I'm going in the right direction. Just stop. But and if you didn't do it, everything that they said you did, then more power to you, brother. But I have never seen the federal government miss. It was just kind of cool to see. Johnny Yates, are you in on out? It was cool to see the federal government miss. I have never seen it.
Oh, yeah, I'm in 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah,
99% conviction rate. They missed. So he is a 1%er, dog. He need to be thanking God. Man, then people don't play with you when you get in that type of courtroom. So he need to be thanking God. So shout out to Young Thug.
Yeah, I'm all for like just disbanding the IRS, man. Get rid of that shit.
Oh yes,
oh God.
Yes.
I mean, you get your paycheck.
Like, I'll take your car. I'll take your furniture.
Dude,
yeah,
I mean,
pay me my money. What else?
Yeah, and it's like, but it's just sickening. You look at your paycheck and you're like, yeah, how much is taken out?
Yep.
You're like, son of a bitch. Like, really? Like, it's disheartening, man. It's disheartening. But anywho. Oh, hang on. What's up, LA?
LA said Biscuit has been money Biscuit.
We didn't mention it.
Yeah. He said, man, he won a dog sit Biscuit at the Vegas. He the Oracle, man. I love that little dog. My man said, Brother Fez have a 98% young. They don't miss. So for him to walk out of there, it was like, what? Y'all think Diddy did it? Now I know he ain't walking out. It's too much.
Hell no.
Like, yeah, he ain't walking nowhere.
Way too much.
Yeah.
Like I beat you, dude.
Too many, like 200 people have said he did what he did. It's no way he get on.
And how I don't even want to do that. I thought we could do a whole other show on like why
him. Yeah.
And then just the folks that like went to the parties and they're all of a sudden like, oh shit.
Yeah.
like
I didn't know you were mad. Yeah. Right, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Of course you did. There's no way. All right, buddy. All right. So we after our 3 sack performance here, we now have 9 on the year, I think. So if we continue at 2.5 a game, we'll have 30 sacks by the end of the season. So do you think in or out we will reach that 30 sack mark by the end of the season, or is it just like this was kind of an aberration and we just we'll go back to our non-sacking ways after this week?
I'm gonna say operation because I was just saying was that you got to show me that at least 2 weeks in a row for me to jump. Stupid, because for me it's been no pressure in 3, so I have to say that Dallas was poor instead of we was that good. If you show me it twice, I'll say it's us.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like I want to believe because
I wanted to say that so bad.
I know you saw him do some good things. It's like you think about 2.5 sacks, not a ton. You know what I mean? Like you just feel like like especially if Judon like eventually catches on, like something maybe. I don't know, but yeah, I'm with you. I guess probably I'm on the out section.
My man, LAJ said Diddy need to rap for what he did in the hotel alone.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah, he a wild dude, dog.
Dude, like just that's a whole other thing. Yeah,
like
he's piece of shit. Yeah.
Johnny Yates, are you in or out that Dak Prescott was or was not worth the money he was paid? Are you in or out?
Man, I hate these questions because like the rational me is like, well, you're worth whatever the market deems you to be worth, right? Like you got paid that, so you're worth it. But no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm out.
I think I would have to agree with you. It's like it's like the market says that's what he's owed. So I'm happy he got the money, but damn, that's a lot of money for you to still be struggling.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, buddy. Are you in or out on road trips, man? Do you like to just get in the car and drive, or like would you rather fly or what?
I would rather drive because you don't have to go through checkpoints. If anything that you should like want to carry, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. Okay, I'm just saying
You're not even saying that you did pipe.
I'm not. I'm not
I mean,
saying anything. Okay,
no.
I'm just saying that you can just drive with anything, and you can put a crock pot in your car with food in it if you want to drive it. And you can have your dog and everything you want. I just enjoy it, and I think if you got like a good car, if you got a cool car, you got some speakers in it, everything you could drive. You can play podcasts, you got your music on, you got everything going on. I think it's kind of cool, and especially like to travel like that, you just get to see, get to stop at like the gas stations and all that. It's cool, man.
Yeah,
I'm always on road trips, buddy.
yeah, I'm down. I think the biggest one we've ever done was obviously the whole move out to Vegas. Whenever we did that, and
Mm-hmm.
that was more. It was cool in a way, but it was also kind of like we had to be at certain hotels at certain times because we had the dogs, right? So you had to be like, well,
Yeah,
you have to like
yeah,
find dog friendly hotels. And you have to kind
yep.
of like schedule it out.
Yeah,
And
that's how
I
I
told
do it.
dude, I totally misunderstood. Like I misread. Like I thought, yeah, we could get here in like 9 hours, but I was not even thinking, okay, I'm gonna have a 26-foot moving truck towing a car with dogs and the other car with with Amanda. We're gonna have to stop
Stop.
15 times.
Yep.
Dude, it was just like we got out of the hotel, boom, 4 hours of sleep, get up, boom, hit the next spot. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was a quick 3 days to say the least. But after that, though, you get out there out west, and it's just fun, man. Drive around, see different places, man. I'm
Mm-hmm.
down with it. It's cool.
I'm in with it. I'm all in on it. Johnny
Yeah.
Yates, are you in or out? Has uh has Grady. So here's what I'm talking. I was talking to Ray Buchanan, right? And I asked him, I said, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta ask you a hard question. Is like AJ top tier or is he tier 2?
Ooh, what did he tell you?
He said, "Oh, that's tier 2." He said, "No, that's tier 2."
So he was honest then. Okay.
He said him and young Jalen ain't the same, and then like Ramsey not even they not the same tier.
Mm-hmm.
I said, all right, cool. So then I thought in my head, I got a question for you, John Yates. Has Grady Jarrett descended to tier 2? Has Grady Jarrett descended to 10? I don't even know. It's time he be on the field. I'd be like, what? I try not to say it. I'm like, dog, what are you doing? You are having no impact. It's like I just heard you say on this show, John.
Are you
I just
dumb?
heard you say on this show. I just heard you say, John, he left the game and there was hardly any drop off. Oh, and John, that's not a good thing. It should be a drop off when Grady Jarrett leaves the game. Has
Well, no one
Grady
ever
Jarrett, are
accused you
you
of being
in
a
or
liar.
out? You said what? Hit that again?
Well, no one ever accused you of being a liar.
Johnny Yates, has Grady Jarrett descended to tier 2?
Probably.
He didn't want to say
and I mean, it's hard to say, but
exasperated gas.
it's hard to say because coming off the ACL, right? It's like you want to give them a little bit of time to kind of get comfortable because it's never. I don't care who you are, what you say, how good you feel. If you're coming off an injury, you have to get mentally like, okay, I can do everything that I could do before. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm strong. So I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe ask you next year. You know what I mean? Like if he's good and he finishes the season, you know what I mean? Like and then like next year, like because I mean it's Father Time's undefeated, man. Like he's 10 years in the league. It's eventually going to start catching up to you. So yeah, I mean, maybe a touch, but man, he still shows his explosions, man. Like he still just can. He's still fast as shit off the line sometimes and make the guard
Sunday,
just
he got
center
back
look. He did, man. Can make him just look foolish. So I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm probably on the. I can't give a solid answer on it. I can't be either in there.
Is not taking that horse off the pasture. You can put that bullet up. Put that bullet up and put that shotgun back in the house. That horse is just fine. He just got a limp. He just stepped on the rock. My man said, Grady is not the 2016 Grady.
No, I mean that's a very much younger Grady at that point.
Yeah, my man LAJ said, I hope this was something to look forward to. We need Anderson back so Ellis can come off the edge and blitz more. You remember I said that when he back in place, everyone else can do what they naturally do. My man LAJ said, road trips are everything but without kids. I have to hear the music I want to and I'm sure kids stop here. I gotta pee and all that.
Yeah.
So LAJ said Brady is still that guy. Them edge rushes on giving offensive lineman the reason not to double. Yeah, he does get doubled a bit. So we gotta add that in. He's not 16, but he's still top 5 8ers.
Yeah, for that position, yeah.
Oh, so him, my man Jay got one. He said, in or out, Drake London going over 1,100 yards this season. I'm gonna go in on that. I'm
All
telling
right,
you that.
let me
And
see.
I don't even know where he is now, but I'm
I was
sure
about to
he got.
say, let's just look and see where our boy Drake is, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in on that.
I'm thinking. I'm sure he over. He's probably about 600.
He's close, 552 yards right now,
Yeah, I know.
and we've got 8 games left.
Yeah. So double that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I mean, assuming like he's good to go and healthy, and we don't have any issue. Yeah, I'm definitely in. Yeah, I'm 100%. And can you imagine if he and both Darnell both? Because Darnell's got to be close to that too, right?
Yeah.
He's got. Let's see. Darnell's got to be.
He should have. Like,
Dude, Darnell's 588, bro.
For more yards.
We could have 2 1,000-yard receivers for sure. And Pitts is at 430.
If we get 3 and then get like the 2 backs over 1,000.
I think Bijan's on pace for like 1,700 total purpose. So talk about an offense, dude. My God, that's amazing.
Go over 1,000 yards, bro. That'd be cool.
Man. In or out, buddy? My last one. You still watching cartoons these days?
All the time.
I love it.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, I'm. How about you?
Oh yeah, I still absolutely.
I'm always.
Dude, my theory is like just don't grow up. Just don't like. I mean, you grow up for certain things. Like you got to be responsible and pay your shit and pay your rent and pay your mortgage and all that stuff. But man, like, yeah, mentally, just stay a kid for the most part, man. Like, just enjoy your cartoons, play your video games. We can have fun with your kids. You know what I mean? Like it's
Man, I'm gonna go on my last one. I'm gonna piggyback on that. Jay said we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm a piggyback on that. He said the Boondocks Classic. Off that and say, are you in or out on that? You stay the same kid, however you grow up. Let me tell y'all a great secret of life that no one knows. The person you are exterior changes. The person you are inside, you always feel the same. So no matter what age you are, you still think you always feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
So the coolest part about that is when you always feel the same. Then I'm still that kid that say, hey man, I remember when I was 9 years old, it was 2 dudes that I said, these are 2 coolest guys I've ever seen. It was Deion Sanders and Ray Buchanan. Right, and I was still a kid in the candy store when I got to see him in person. I was like, "Oh, that's always their kid." Always, oh shit, it's Ray Buchanan. I wasn't too cool for school. I didn't say, "Oh no, I'm not going." Nah, I told him, "Ray, I fucking love you, dude. You don't know what you mean to me."
Damn right.
Oh, you don't know what you mean to me, buddy. You're Ray Buchanan. Even he didn't know he was Ray Buchanan. Ray Buchanan. You said it, dude, Ray. I remember. He was bald. I remember. So I just stay a kid and always have fun and even Lil Wayne. I got to see just a childhood hero. Always keep them. Whoever you see that you had when you in your childhood, when you see them, you should always root for them to do well in life. Like Allen Iverson and them, and like Wayne, but they just mean a lot to me. As I always be a kid when I see them. It's like, oh shit. It's the Hot Boys. I turned to a kid again. What is Juvenile doing on stage? It was the weirdest shit. What is Juvenile doing on stage? What is going on? It's just amazing to see that. So always say a kid. I'm always in, buddy.
100%. And LA said the Flintstones as well.
Flintstones, classic.
I'm always watching Scooby Doo. I watched the Jetsons are on, I think, Tubi now. So like I'd watch some of the old school Jetsons stuff and everything.
Hold on. My man Ant said Darnell Mooney is the second best free agent signer on his team. Jesse Bates is number 1. Yes, sir. I would have to agree with you, sir.
I would agree with that, buddy.
And the Flintstones was like the sexiest costume for Halloween. I don't know what is it, Wilma?
Yeah, Betty Rubble and Wilma, yeah.
Saw that 2 to 3 times, and it looked amazing when like the girls was wearing it. Shout out to them. Flintstones, throwback. Jetsons, throwback. Scooby Doo, throwback. Well, what are the new cartoons? Because I'm sure they can't compete with the old ones.
Not in my opinion, man. Some of the new ones are okay, but I mean, like Liam hasn't been watching, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's been a while since he's watched like this cartoons. He watched Jake and the Neverland Pirates when he was
I was
like
just about to say
tiny.
Jake and the Neverland Pirates and me. So
Yeah,
that's
he
the only
watched
one.
that one. He watched Scooby Doo too. They have a new Scooby Doo. Well, it's kind of new. It's called Be Cool Scooby Doo, and it's
Yeah.
like you would find it hilarious because they infuse like adult humor into it. Like,
that's the shit I like. Yeah.
because like, you know, the kids are not gonna pick up on it, but like they made Daphne like she's just like just this goofball like on every. It's like there's one episode she's just like, I want to grow a mustache. I want to have a mustache. It's like she just has a mustache.
Yeah.
She's wearing like a fake mustache the entire show. But she'll just they're just like fucking like messing with it, you know, and like it's just
Yeah.
You would laugh your ass off. It cracks me up. Oh yeah, Anthony said Dragon Ball Z. That's cartoon.
Dragon Ball. Man, people love it. I have no idea what that is.
You know,
but they
because our generation was like, I think it happened right after us.
Yeah, I never watched Dragon Ball Z. Yeah,
like all that, like all the animation stuff like that. We just missed it, I think. But because Fleek's a big fan too.
I was just about to say Fleek love anime. Yeah.
Yeah, and same with I think Savion too. So I mean, like, but they're a generation younger than us, so you know.
Shout out to Fleek and Savy, the young gunners.
That's right. I think they're actually.
We're going to the Super Bowl, y'all.
Yeah, I'm right. All right, man. Well, it's late. We've been here for an hour and 20 minutes. I guess it's time to wrap it up, man. So thank y'all so much for coming by tonight on election night, no less, to hang out, talk some Falcons on a not normal day for us. We appreciate you. We will be back Thursday night, like I said, either 7:30 or 8. Just keep your eyes on the channel. Hey, subscribe to the channel so you get notifications when we go live. That's even easier. But Joe Patrick will be here for 99 The Game. We're talking about the Saints. We're talking about what he's seen this week in practice. Just picking his brain, having some fun. We'll probably play. I was wondering with Joe. Those are always fun to play with guests. So we'll see. You know, we'll have him do some as well. Hey man, and just have a good time as we always do. So again, drop us a like, subscribe, drop us a 5-star review if you're listening to us on any of the podcast platforms. Appreciate y'all on Twitter for watching us very much. Coming by on YouTube watching us. We appreciate y'all there. Yeah, that's it. Mike, anything, buddy?
No, I just really want to say I appreciate your mom for coming in. Great weekend with mom. I love you, mom.
And Ray Buchanan.
Huh? Ray Buchanan. And I love Ray Buchanan, buddy. And I love my mom, and I love Lil Wayne. So amazing weekend, buddy.
There you go.
Amazing weekend for me. It just couldn't have got no better. It really was.
So what, like top 3-4 weekends for you?
Yes, and the days in a row. Like the girl of my dreams kicked it off. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's been Ray and my mom, Lil Wayne. It just can't get no better than
Falcons win.
The Falcons win. Man, I'm on the road. What's going to happen tomorrow? Who knows? But I'm up for it.
Let's go. All right, man. Well, we thank y'all so much. Have a great evening. Be nice to each other, and we'll see y'all on Thursday. Mike takes up.
No matter who you vote for, vote out of your fucking mind. Peace.
Wow, it's taking forever to end tonight.
I don't want to like to say nothing. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. Well, it'll probably be on the show, but that's fine. No.